Hi, are you somebody who is trying to look for the right opportunities at the right place for the next year for yourself, but simply don't know exactly how to? Then this is the video for you. Keep watching. Okay, before we get into it, I just have to tell you that I'm no expert, but I can only share whatever I have done and what has worked for myself in the past 2 years of living abroad. And if you are a student who is living by themselves anywhere in the world, you would know that nobody tells you what to do. You have to just figure it all out by yourself. And that is exactly what I have also done. I have found my way of looking for the right opportunities to be able to find a great community abroad to be part of, looking for internships, or even like building connections over here. And now let's get into how. Okay, so the first thing that has worked for me is being curious and staying aware of my surroundings. I am a person who generally asks a lot of questions wherever it's needed, but that has allowed me to be more observant of the people around me where I am. Whenever, suppose, I'm going to a networking event or just any event, I try to observe who is from where, like what they do, what projects they are part of, and then I try to build on that by asking questions on how I can probably contribute. First, trying to listen what they are there for, and then building the conversations around it goes a long way, because that's what will take you. Being curious will take you from where you are right now to where you want to be going. A lot of times we live in this own bubble where we are not really paying attention to the small things a person is trying to say or trying to express, even without words. And those are the clues that we have to pick up on and try to ask more questions based on that. Okay, for example, somebody is not speaking up a lot, but you feel like they have a lot to share. Maybe create that space for them to, start talking, build a conversation with them, and you would instantly connect. Don't annoy them with your questions, but just be more observant and keep your ears and eyes open. Second, staying aware of yourself. Of course, this doesn't come in one day. This is a thing that you have to practice and develop over the years, honestly. And right now, I know that I'm pretty self aware. I also got like tested for it because we had to do like a stupid assignment. But it was great for me because it boosted my confidence in myself that yes, I am aware. But, anyways, hey, it doesn't have to be rocket science, dude. You can literally do it very easily. Just sit down with a pen and paper and try to write down what you think you like, even if you are unsure. That's why I said like think you like. Write it down. Say what, think what other people tell that you are good at, what do they perceive you as, and try to ask more questions to your likings, dislikings, what you are doing currently, do you enjoy it, and a bunch of questions. I mean, if you want me to make a video on that, then I will make another video on how to get more self-aware. Probably I've done it, but I don't know, I can do it again. But just sit with yourself, ask what your capabilities are, how much can you stretch yourself, and it doesn't have to limit to work that you do. You can just ask general questions about how you behave in a certain scenario. You can maybe take examples of your past scenarios that you have been, or any difficult situations, and you can analyze how you reacted, why you probably did, what you felt at that moment. Those are very crucial to get to know yourself, and I feel getting to know yourself is the best way to saying yes to the right opportunities, because by that time you would know what is right for you, how much you can do at this moment or even in the future. And that just allows you to open your mind and look for those opportunities, and you will automatically attract them because you know yourself that well that you know what to say yes to and what to say no to. And it just makes you more positive, which is basically my third point, is that developing a positive thinking mindset is very important, because it lets you just see things in a more positive light. Basically, you can see that people who are positive, they just see that everything is possible, right? While that can make you go a bit crazy because you start to see like opportunities everywhere and it just, you're in that loop and you never get out of it. But what I mean is that developing a positive thinking mindset lets you open up our closed brains to see that, hey, this isn't that bad. Something can come out of this, and maybe I should give it a try here. That that interest, that want to try at some things is also something that comes from that positive mindset. So these are kind of like the symptoms that you would see, that you would want to try more of new things. You won't say no directly at the start without getting to know it. So that is called developing a positive mindset, and I think that really helps. Basically, when you expect good things, your brain starts to only pick on the good possibilities that are possible because you are always so curious to know what possibly could happen. What possibly can you do over here? You are just more open to experiences, I would say, and you start noticing more and you believe that something can happen out of this, something good. And it is not blind positivity or toxic positivity. It's just that you're trying to give it a shot, give your best shot, and see if it works out. And even if it's not, you will be ready to accept it and move on and look for other opportunities elsewhere. It's literally like training your brain to believe that something more is possible and to recognize it when it shows up. That's the mindset that has really helped me to just go at it, try my shot at it, and see where it lands. And the good part to that is that you would start to believe in yourself a lot more and trust yourself, especially very important when you're living by yourself. Start trusting in your own intuition and guts. Things will fall in place. That's what I have noticed, at least. Fourth one, connect with people, even if it's one person. For example, earlier when I used to go to these networking events, I used to feel like, okay, I have to get something out of it. I have to get all of their LinkedIn's. I have to like impress them. I don't know, do whatever to get that job or internship. But you know what I've realized, that even if you end up just making one good connection in that entire span of you staying in that event, it counts, it matters, and it it actually can open up doors to many other things you might not even have thought of or dreamt of. And by connecting, I don't mean that, you have to start to get to know what they have to offer, what you can contribute. Don't get into the functionalities at the start. It comes way, way later. First, try to build like an emotional bond with them. If you think that this person is somebody who can really, help you, and probably you would make a good team later on somewhere down the line if you start a project together, then hold on to that and come back to that person again at the end of the event or something if they're still there. But just take their contact and try to probably set up a meeting later on or a coffee chat and just talk as if you're trying to get to know each other as a friend and not for a possible opportunity. Don't get too opportunistic, even if your goal right now is to find the right opportunity, is what I mean to say. Build that deep connection first and it will pay off in numerous ways you can't even imagine. And that has worked for me in getting internships, because I have just wanted to help somebody out with their project, wanted to know more about their project, even without me thinking that, oh, I have to get an internship through them. But you know, later on, because since they saw me that I am putting so much interest in them, they asked me questions about me, and that's how I opened up, and that's how they wanted to help me out as well by connecting me to other people, even if they can't themselves help me. So, build a connection, a good one, and keep it, maintain it. Fifth is, and the last one, is that sharing what you do loud and clear. Show your work. This is something that I spoke of in the last video about creating your online identity, which I did. and it has paid off because now more people, even though I have not met them in person, can see my work, what I do. They know, okay, this person is trying to create a persona about them, about their interests, about what their opinions are, and it really can help people keep you in mind if you show up consistently, regularly, every time. For example, on an online sphere, if you keep coming up on their feed, they will know, okay, this person is trying to look for something, this person is doing this, and probably I have this opportunity in mind, maybe I can connect them. It can happen in any way, you don't know, but try to show your work more. Talk about it like it already exists and say as if it's possible and that you will do it. Don't have to be arrogant, of course. Don't boast about yourself, but I would say start showing up more in places that you need to be in, that you want to be in down the line. Show up more with your stuff, what you have to offer. Just be more present with others and share, man. Forget the judgments, because judgments will keep coming and going. But if you talk more and more about your dream job, your aspirations, it not only is set so much in your brain that you would finally do it somewhere down the line, but it also makes other people hear about your passion and see how driven you are about your work, and that you really trust yourself and really believe in your potential first for them to later believe in your potential. And universe has a very miraculous way to give things back to you when you are trying to put out stuff which is good for you and would be good down the line for others. So, yeah, that's all. And now, challenge time for this week. Pick any of these five things that I have mentioned. Pick one, either making a deep connection, speaking about your dream, putting it out online if you want to, or just meet people and talk about it more. Do any of these, revisit them, and the next time when you are in a good place, in an environment that might reap you some benefits, you automatically will start to see good opportunities for yourself. It's like your brain will just let you know. Also, tell me if you want me to go deeper into one of these five things that I mentioned, and I would be so happy to do it, because it's not a boast, but it's something that I have learned by practicing over the past 2 years. And I feel I'm at that place right now where I can start to at least share what has worked for me, which might work for you. And this is a very important skill to have, finding the right opportunities for yourself at the right places, because a lot of times, and mostly in life, opportunities won't be served in a platter for you, hot and warm as you like it. You have to be the one who has to open doors for yourself. So knock into that opportunity and get going now. Okay, I'm super excited to know from you guys what opportunity you guys are looking for, and what is that one step that you're taking towards finding the right opportunity for yourself. Write to me and let's have a chat, and see you in the next video again. Bye bye. Good luck.